Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare. Why does that keep going off? I don't know why. Anyway, okay, go with it. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Gauranga, Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna.
It's alright.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Gauranga, Nityananda, Gauranga, Nityananda, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. And we shall do this one. I like this one. Hare Krishna. This is for Eric. Hare Krishna. Jesus. Hare Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Jesus. Hare Krishna. Jesus. Jesus. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Jesus, Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Rupa Goswami, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Jesus, Prabhupada, Gauranga, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Jesus, Jesus, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. All right. Oh, yeah. Let's chant some japa here together. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Anybody wants to come on, you're welcome to. Let's put the little link up here. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Yeah, so you know how churches do church services, they do like 2 for people different times, you know, some people. So we'll do the same thing sometimes. Do it 2 or 3 times, you know, a day, you know. Instead of just on Sunday, they do 2 or 3. We'll do 2 or 3 services a day, and then 3 or 4 or 5, and you guys can. We'll just keep it going 24 hours a day. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. How's that? Why stop worshiping God? Let's make it an all-day affair. Yeah, the 11 o'clock Mass. Christmas time. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Yeah, and if it's too much for anybody, just go to sleep and watch a replay, or you know, don't watch it. Do a class. You know, just flow, man. Just flow with it. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna. You want to do a class? Even when I'm doing one, you can do one. So what, man? Just keep it going. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Oh, my Lord Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Jesus, Srila Prabhupada, Jesus, Srila Prabhupada, Jesus, Srila Prabhupada. Jesus, Srila Prabhupada, Jesus, Srila Prabhupada, Jesus, Srila Prabhupada, Jesus, Srila Prabhupada, Shri Advaita Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Advaita Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, 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 Nityananda, Nityananda. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Shri Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhaktavinda. Why don't we get some readers up here? Well, this is my second thing here. I might have to have some help. Okay. All right. So let's read from. There we go. Tom. All right. Thank you,
Hare
Tom.
Krishna, Hare Krishna.
You can get this book out. I'll read a little bit and then I'll get you to read.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. 311. Page 311. Gadadhar meets Pundarik Vijayanidhi. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jai Shri Dvaita Chandra, Jai Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
The ocean of transcendental qualities, Sri Chaitanya, is the most graceful dancer. He is a Chintanami gem, fulfilling everyone's desire. His divine intervention, he is the Chintanami gem, fulfilling everyone's desire through his divine intervention. See, that's the, you have to have divine intervention, man. Otherwise, Maya is going on a course. And, you know, even if you may be learning stuff in this world, it's slow. See, to learn, you know, if you want to learn the essence of life, either the Lord or his devotees have to come here and teach it, because people are flowing down so many different paths and they're all very slow except one, the narrow gate. See, the realized soul. See, that's called divine intervention. You could see when you have a bona fide guru, you have divine intervention in your life. You are flowing down other paths or the same kind of path, but in a slower pace. And everything becomes accelerated when you find that gate. You know, it's like you ever seen a dam and there's water and the dam holds it back and maybe a little water goes over there, but sometimes a channel is made and the water just rushes, you know, in through that hole. See, so that's how it is to get out of this material world. You find the door. When Jesus said, "I am the door," see, well, he left that in the hands of his disciples. Even said, "I give you the keys to the kingdom." See, because he was a living guru. This is what Christians even need to know. if you're going to get the Holy Spirit, usually if you don't bring it in from a previous lifetime, and it just awakens easily, then you get it from the preaching or the laying of hands. And usually it's more of the preaching, actually. You got to hear the testimony of a person that actually has experience of the Holy Spirit of Christ. How can you get something you're not aware of? That's the problem in Vaishnavism, is they need divine intervention now, and we're it. They don't, otherwise they're on a slower path, and it takes many lifetimes. They don't know the value of pure devotion, this prema. They need to know. The Lord wants people to know. That's why he's come here 550 years ago, and we're just assisting the Lord's desire. His desire is that it's been a long time since Krishna has bestowed this kind of love upon the world. Okay? And so we're here to fulfill his desire. It's great. What a mission. Can you imagine? Show me what other great, this is a mission everybody can adopt. Universally. What a wonderful universal mission. You show me a better goal than liberate the souls out of illusion. Show me a better objective. There isn't any. Everything people are doing, all your goals and aspirations in this world are usually more or less mundane. Or if they are spiritual endeavors, are slow because you don't have this kind of knowledge. You don't have this kind of ecstatic, intimate relationship with the Lord, which reveals everything, the essence of everything. See, so Guru is the one who knows the essence of everything because of their close encounters with a third kind. See, God. He's the original alien. The alien. It's like, that's why people don't know who God is. He seems like an alien when he manifests. Oh, this is really alien. You see, alien? This means alien, alienate. See, this is alien to me. Yeah, what is this laughing and crying and joking and choking up and crying when you're chanting that name Krishna? See, this is alien to us. So basically, we're aliens. Why? Because the Lord is kind of alien. What did Jesus say? I'm in this world, but I'm not of it. He's an alien. But the good news is, when you make this connection, you realize, this is it's not really so alien. I've just been alienated. You ever hear people say, I've been alienated? They've been alienated from society. See, we've been alienated from spiritual society, the real spiritual society, the spiritual society and the spiritual sky. See, there's an atmosphere there. See, we kick a hole in it every day, and it comes in at like this. This is like the Ganges River coming in better, because you hear her speaking words. The Ganges doesn't talk, does she? She just sits there and flows. So so we kick a hole there, and the Ganges comes here, and it's got a talking Ganges here. Okay, and ecstatic. You actually see the ecstasy of the Ganges. Whereas it just usually looks like water to people when they go there, right? And this here, you see the water. The water is the tears of a devotee chanting in ecstasy. See, this is divine intervention. See, the divine is intervening in this world, because usually the divine has no place in this world. It's not for this world. This is a prison. Okay? Why does God come into this world? Because he's the only one who can liberate it. Do you notice in Srimad Bhagavatam, it's the Lord who's the liberator, isn't he? Who liberated the 10th canto pastimes? Krishna, right? Who liberated in Prahlad's time? It was, Krishna in the form of Nrsingadev. That's divine intervention. So even when a devotee is here, who is intervening? Who intervened when Jesus was here? He told everybody, but they don't understand. He says, I go back to my Father, and my Father shall send the Holy Spirit. He didn't say he did the works. He said, my Father does the works. Who gets you? But the thing is, when a devotee is here, then you got the mercy of Krishna. Krishna will be here. Krishna intervenes. First, the Krishna's mercy follows the mercy of a devotee by being here. See? By preaching the truth, by showing the truth, by channeling into this world the truth, which liberates you. See? What is that truth? Basically, attachment to what is actually divine. Human beings are not naturally, because of Maya, attracted to what is divine. Krishna is transcendental person. His word is a transcendental. This mantra is a transcendental word. You think people have seen what it looks like to chant the name of God with attachment, with communion? Everything is still mostly external for most people in this world, whether they're Christians or Vaishnavas, more so with Vaishnavas, still external. They don't know what is divine communion, divine intervention. Well, we're here to show that. This is divine intervention. You are the first fruits. You've had this happen in your life. People, they didn't know too much about this. Maybe you had some glimpses, but how many times have you connected with this divinity coming through here? See, the devotee brings in that divinity. That's why, you ultimately you have to meet an empowered devotee, empowered by the transcendental potency, like a Shukadev. Shukadev Goswami was empowered with the transcendental potency. He got it from his father, who spoke the Bhagavatam to him, and he became very attracted to the Bhagavatam. Look at you guys becoming very attracted to the Bhagavatam, attracted to Chaitanya Lila, attracted to chanting the holy names of Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. This is great fortune. It's because you got the divine intervention. Without it, it's just religion. It's just you going through the motions, doing ceremonies like the Catholic Church. Catholic Church hasn't changed much in 500, 600, 700 years. They're pretty much still mundane, material. You see how slow the path is? And when somebody arose, that has some attachment, they usually want to get rid of them. You think that's any different in Vaishnavism? Because they don't understand. They want to get rid of the devotees. It's a threat to their mundane existence. It's to their mundane power, to their mundane money-making business with God. You see, abandon all varieties of religion. That's why. Well, we don't need religion here. Our religion is pure religion. Our religion is chanting the holy name with attachment. See? Chanting the truth with attachment. Hearing the truth with attachment to it. Taste for it. Everybody is more or less going in the wrong direction until you meet the empowered devotee. You got to be like a Jesus who, what did Jesus do? He opened up the Old Testament and saw a verse. I've been anointed by the Spirit of the Lord to free the captives, see divine intervention, to preach the good news, see divine intervention to the poor. He opened the book and saw it. He could relate. Yeah, I've been anointed by the Spirit of the Lord. The book Bhagavat is confirming that. You got to be like that. But there's a process. And we teach it here. It is your Father's pleasure to give you the kingdom. Didn't Jesus say that? What does that mean? The Father gave him the kingdom. And he gave the kingdom to others. The Lord works through his devotees. If you're not like a Jesus from your previous life, or you're not like a Jesus simply by doing this, coming into contact with a devotee who's been anointed by the Spirit of the Lord to free the captives, starting with you, to preach the good news of the kingdom, the gospel, the good news, the freedom to you, first fruits. and then you pay it forward. When you get strong enough, you share it with others. Yeah, you free the captives. You got the truth. You all got the truth now. Now you know enough the truth. Get up there and tell people. Feel the spirit of the Lord working through you. Feel how that shows up, man. You got the power, man. You've been given if you've got faith in this preaching here, yeah, stand up for it. So you get knocked down a couple of times. Whatever doesn't kill you makes you stronger. So think of it as a workout. You know how you build muscles? You break them down. You lift weights, and then the muscles are actually breaking down, and then they build up again stronger. Okay? Same thing. You got a spiritual body now. It's activated. So get up, stand up. You take a few darts sometimes. Don't worry, it won't kill you. You just get up, and they'll be even stronger. That's what I did for years. Knocked down quite a few times. Knocked down by gurus. Knocked down by Narayan Raj. Knocked down by Tamal Krishna. Knocked down by the Radhakund Babajis. It's stronger now, huh? They can't do it now, so he got stronger. Knocked down by all these critics sometimes, Yeah. So, when you're ready, get up there. Even if you're not so ready, get up there anyway. Push you out of the nest. I wandered around the world until dear Lalita Ganga took me to this amazing Sangha. Now my body is bubbling full of real life. That's beautiful. See, testimony, man. This could be anybody. It shows the power is here. The fountain of youth is here. Jesus said, you will be my witnesses. That's the way it is. If you have a real guru, they're very rare. A living person who has got a living, intimate relationship with God, who knows the transcendental Lord, that's rare. And we're here starting with the Vaishnavas. I mean, the Vaishnavas, who's going to save them? A lot of them don't have so much faith in Jesus. They don't want to go that path. They like Krishna. Who's going to save the Krishna devotees? Save them from what? From being a materialistic Vaishnava for a few lifetimes. We're here to do that, to help them, make quicker progress, divine intervention. Just keep in their face until they say, maybe this is divine. Maybe we were wrong about Tom. We thought he went off track, but he was on track all along. His divine intervention, even though I am without qualification, that rarest gem, devotional service unto his lotus feet, has been given to me. How many of you can relate to that? How do you know that's happening in your life? Devotional service to his lotus feet. Well, when you like this book, when you like reading these verses and you consider, wow, they're so beautiful. See, now you're glorifying the Lord simply, automatically, naturally. Wow, this verse is so nice. Oh, so beautiful. It's true. I can relate. The rarest gem. See, devotional service, not just Vaidhi Bhakti has been given to you. No, pure devotional service, prema, attachment. This, it's this simple. Man, these words are so fantastic. This name of Lord Caitanya brings tears to your eyes. There you go. That's prema. That's attachment. That's Bhakti Lata Bij. You came to the right place. If you're following Prabhupada or Bhakti Siddhanta or Narayan Raj's group and everything, and you're not feeling like that, you're not feeling like you just love these books, not just study and memorize. Let me study and memorize so I can be a big Brahmin teacher or something. See, that's material motive still. No, let me just really meditate on this word and these verses, these beautiful choice verses because they make me feel so good. My happiness bubbles up from that. Oh, you're getting purified now. And gradually, see, oh, you just made the Lord happy. Wow, everything is fulfilled in making the Lord happy. That's what I've been looking for all my life, is to make the Lord happy, because ta-da, I'm happy doing that. I didn't know that. Yeah, of course, nobody knows in Maya. They think making their senses happy, gratifying the senses. See that path of sense gratifications. Then eventually you see, oh, I've been cheated. I spent my whole life just gratifying the senses and working like a dog. See economic development, following that path so I can enjoy. That's what demons do. They try to get control of everything so they can enjoy the world, do what they want, do what they want. And it's all mundane stuff. Or go to theology school to be a religious teacher and leader. See, still motive there. It's a good occupation. So you think material motive. Yeah. What's the other one? Liberation. When you get burnt out on everything, then you want to just liberate me, Lord. Liberate me. Liberate me. Tom track goes up, down, and loop-de-loops all around. Go ahead, read a little bit there, Tom.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. All glories to Lord Gaura Sundara, the most beloved object of Advaita Charya, and Lord Nityananda, and the life and soul of every living entity.
Yeah, see, of every living entity, how people should ask, how can that be? How can he be the life and soul of every living entity? Because we're built like that. We're jivatma. Jiva means we're naturally servants of the Lord. That is our nature. Well, why aren't we all liberated if we're all servants of the Lord? Well, because, there's the material Maya, the dark shadow of God, the truth, the source, and nobody knows practically. Can you imagine? They don't know. They think this changing world is what we should meditate on wholly and solely. And that's why they're in anxiety and fear and all these things. Because too much of that. And they don't know about this. See, they don't know. Yeah. Well, hey, man, make your life and soul God, just like Gadadhar was, like Punjarik Vijayanidhi was, like Prabhupada was, like any realized soul, their life and soul is God then, still. But how? They see people don't know. You got to see, the Lord has a transcendental spiritual form that lasts forever. Makes you immortal by meditating on it, makes you immortally happy. Matter of fact, you transcend your mortality by connecting and communing with the transcendental form and qualities and characteristics and behavior of the transcendental Lord. See, that we are here to help people understand, make that form of the Lord. See, that formation, that conception of the Lord, your life and soul. And then you'll be eternally happy. You'll transcend birth and death. You'll be free of anxiety. That's just a perk. That's just comes along with the territory. Freedom of fear and anxiety and all these things. Why? Because now there's no material fear in the body of the Lord. And now that has become your life and soul, because you came to Sadhu Sangha. You met a person whose life and soul is that transcendental Lord. Therefore, the Lord uses them to teach the real science of prema bhakti. The real science of Krishna consciousness, how to become conscious of Krishna, because that means devotion has to awaken in your heart to become conscious of Krishna. See, that love awakens. Oh, and then naturally, the Lord's pastimes are my life and soul. The Lord's words, Bhagavatam is my life and soul. Chaitanya Leela is my life and soul. Oh, Hare Krishna Maha Mantra is my life and soul, my treasure. Whoop. No more. You become neutral in the world. No more fear. No more anxiety, because you're not meditating on that. It doesn't have to be all or nothing. Like myself, I meditate on the material world. I listen to this stuff about Bitcoin and what's going on in the world, the changing world, and I'll keep up on the news and everything. And I sometimes feel a little anxiety because of it, too much of it, right? But I don't forget this. See, this is why this is a wonderful path. It's not all or nothing, man. You could be a little natural. For some reason I find interest in this and some movies and keep up on the world, find how they're torturing people, torturing us, and how all these things. It's like watching a movie. Now we don't have to go to movies. The world is a movie now. But then I know what is eternal, and that's all the Lord just wants people to know, so you don't become entangled in fear and anxieties to the point of people they exit out. Sometimes they even have assisted suicides in Canada now. Oh, you don't like this? Yeah, because can you imagine right now? It's not like we're meditating on a joyful segment of the Lord's pastimes in the world, right? This is every day. I was listening to Tucker Carlson. He said, not that long ago, it was hard to find content for a news story. He said we would have to get one news story and milk it and milk it and milk it because it's hard to find new stories. He said, boy, that's all changed now. We got so many stories, we cannot keep up with them. See? And the news is usually they like bad stories, things that are negative, right? So they got plenty of those now. To keep people, you can look, it's overloaded. And can you imagine if you don't know how to meditate on the transcendental potency, where boldness and freedom from fear and ecstasy and real happiness is? What do you got? Then you just meditate on that and become depressed and all that, and all these weird things happen. That's how they get rid of you. They know this. The demons have some kind of crafty knowledge, and they're servants of Maya. Maya says, well, break them and break their spirit. There are a lot of independent people. They're used to meditating on good times, the vacations, they work a little bit, and then they have a nice, good time. Now, they're taking away, pilots are all dying from that little thing, or that big thing. So people can't travel so much, and they're the weather. They got weather weapons now, and they just changed the weather now. Usually the demigods do it. Now they got the demigods and them, so it's double the misery. Oh, see, and so can you imagine you're meditating on that all exclusively, and you don't know about this path? So we're here to educate people also. Educate them by showing them how nice it is to talk and discuss Krishna, the absolute truth, in a complete way. To usher people into the spiritual kingdom. Here, no pie in the sky, no bluffing, no religious thing. No, just straight out truth. Hey, man, come meditate with us on the name of God and the name of Krishna. Don't even have to think it's God. Just Krishna. Just chant this name for God's sake, for your sake. Forget about God. Just chant Krishna's name in this association. Make friends here. Yeah. And see if you don't get attracted to something very special. See if you don't get something that you don't just get anywhere. Is there a difference in depression that comes from the world and depression? Oh, good question. or depression that comes from separation from Krishna in feeling. Yeah, well, it's separation. See, okay, when you're a devotee, there is natural separation sometimes and natural communion. Now, the difference is when you're not so connected to the transcendental Lord, which gives you this union and separation experience. See, when you're in separation, which is a natural thing because we're separated parts and parcel of the Lord, meant for communion, and separation happens naturally. So that enhances the relationship. Then the devotee just simply, when you're advanced, you just turn your attention towards the Lord and you meditate a little bit. You yearn for Him, for a rendezvous, like Radharani does, and then boom, you're together again, and everything is going, and you do rasa dancing with this transcendental love exchange. Okay, that's advanced. If you're not so advanced, then what happens is there's depression that comes from, if you come into Sadhu Sangha, you will get the rays, you'll get glimpses, you will feel free just from hearing real knowledge, you get a taste in knowledge. And then maybe when you're not in Sadhu Sangha, you feel a little depressed because you're feeling separated now. And then maybe even if you chant, it's still a little hard until you come back to Sadhu Sangha. See, that's not so advanced yet, but you keep doing this, and then gradually, even when you're alone, you may feel because we're separated. And then when you're feeling that separation and it gets strong, you just turn your attention to the Lord, and boom, there He is. You're communing again. Maybe not even in Sadhu Sangha, on your own. So it's like that advancement. Yeah, Shamasundra is really stoked. We should watch the replay this morning. She was sharing, the stuff. If you missed the early morning class or talk in Sadhu Sangha, everything Guru says is true, absolute truth. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we're coming to town with our 6-shooters. shooting up the town with bhakti. Go ahead, Tom, read on.
Hare Krishna.
So Eric, and that's why you need to continue on, going deeper, getting more and more purified. And then when there is separation, when you turn your attention to the Lord, He comes more easily and more quickly. Otherwise, you may feel a depression that may be more long-standing instead of just. And then then as you advance, the depression goes, and there's no more depression. See, nothing to depress. It's just pure separation, which is natural for a devotee. There are times you separate, and then you hanker for the Lord, and then He comes very quickly. The union separation, that's natural, just like it is in the world, but this is with the God relation. Okay, go ahead, Tom.
He sustains life in Sri Jagadananda Pandit and Sri Garbha.
Can you speak louder or get your microphone closer or something? What's going on?
Okay. Better like this?
Yeah, it's good. Yeah.
He sustains life in Sri Jagadananda Pandit and Sri Garbha.
Yeah, and so that's another thing. See, where Sadhu Sangha is so important because we're used to have our lives sustained by Maya. See, air. We just live a more of a limited life. The air we breathe, the food we eat, is sustaining our lives on our material bodies, which we identify with. We're sustained by society interaction, right? Friendship and love. But see, that's material. And what happens is there's a downside to that. See, because you get manipulated by what you love. See, controlled by what you love. And if it's material, then there's this is one of the lessons of life is you'll find that is limited. And that is um, limited happiness. It causes more limitation because sometimes you love your torturers. See, Stockholm syndrome. You know how many people love Bill Gates? You know how many people love Fauci even now? They don't see what's really going on. They love their torturers and captors. That's what Maya does. She bonds you like that. That's why they're torturing people, hoping that you will love your torturers. That's how the compliance. Then you start defending them. Okay, so that's the plan. That's Maya's plan. We got our plans. Okay. Our plan is for freedom. See, we did. Hey, well, listen, meditate on the transcendental, Lord. We'll show you how to do that. What was that sent? Read that last sentence again.
He sustains life in Sri
Ah,
Gadananda Pandit.
yeah. So now this is a new life sustenance. See? So the Lord Himself sustains your life. Our love for the Lord, when we're hearing, chanting, remembering, and the awakening of devotion is our sustenance now. See? So Lord Chaitanya is a combination of Radha and Krishna. So you get attraction to the word and the attraction to the word. See, that's Radha. That's the devotion. So now that is a new level of sustenance. See, Vishvambara. Lord Chaitanya said, my name is Vishvambara, the maintainer, the sustainer of the universe. Well, my name will be actualized when I can fill the universe with love of God as the new sustenance. Okay? You realize, oh, this I need this. This is my real life. See, so that and then not that you still have to sustain the body because we got material bodies here too. You know, you got to eat, you got to sleep, you got to have good air to breathe, and take a breath between chemtrails.
Wow.
Don't worry.
Yes.
We're still around, even with all that stuff they're dumping on us. It's amazing. So anyway, the Lord's helping, somehow. Really, He's dumping all these things on us, poisoning the water systems. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Everything. And so anyway, we'll just go like, see, this is, we'll get as much protection as we get, and just go forward as long as we can go forward. Charge. We charge. It's like a battle, You get when you're charging the enemy, right? You just go for it, man. We're on our horses. We're just charging the Maya, just hoping for the best. Go ahead, Tom.
Wow. He sustains life in Sri Jagadananda Pandit and Sri Garba. All
So
glories
we're
to the.
here. We're here to help people be sustained by prema. That's the life of the devotee. That's our life of our path. See, this attachment, tasting the name, and the ecstasy of the name. Why do you go to Lalita's class or Johan's? You're watching them taste the name, right? And you're getting a little spin-off of that. See? So that's the life of the advanced devotees. Yeah, go ahead, Tom. Sorry to interrupt.
All glories to the crown jewel of the heart of Sri Pundarika Vijayanidhi. Wow. Wow. May the Supreme Lord Gaura Chandra, who is the Lord and Master of Jagadish and Gopinath, be glorified along with all his dear devotees. Gaurachandra continued to perform his ecstatic pastimes with Sri Nityananda in Navadvip.
See, this is just what's missing in the formula with the living devotees here in this world is to glorify Lord Chaitanya, which they're doing, right? and also along with his real devotees, which they're doing with the bygone ones. But when you do that with the living devotee, that means you recognize what is transcendental. When it's given to you to see a living devotee in this world that has real devotion, that's really intimately connected with the Lord, and you glorify the Lord like people are doing in these religious groups like ISKCON and the others, and also the living devotee who is there. See, now that's the perfect formula. See, now you're showing the Lord you recognize what is transcendental, or you're beginning to. See? And it doesn't quite count. It's only practice when you recognize, you glorify Krishna and Lord Caitanya and Nityananda, who are unmanifest, along with unqualified gurus who are not Vishnu Tattva yet. They're not transcendental manifestations of Satchidananda. It doesn't quite count. You're still just practicing. You have to have this experience, because then you've identified what is spiritual. And now you begin to make real spirit advancement. Now, see, Krishna in you begins to awaken your spiritual body. You must be born again to perceive the kingdom. That's when Krishna arises in your heart and shows you reality. See, this happens in association of advanced devotees who are advanced to that stage. See, they become your big brother. See, otherwise, Big Brother Biden's after you, man. Big Brother Klaus Schwab. See, they want to be your parent. It's because they're servants of Maya. See? So either you go that route, or they'll force you to become, they'll force you to be your parent. It's not like, see, people are trying to overcome this material energy on their own strength, on their own understanding. See, but even the early Christians understood this principle. Lean not onto your own understanding. See? That only is the advanced stage. The advanced devotee is Bhagavad Gita 10:10 personified. They lean on their understanding now, because that comes from the Lord. They know how to do that. They know how that works. See? They lean on the understanding of the conclusive statements of the Shastras in the vision of the revealed scripture. They lean on that understanding. It's like their walking stick. Keeps them on the path, keeps them straight and narrow. It's like, maneuvering a cliff. You ever see a person on a mountain climber? They're going down a path around the mountain, and you got to be careful. You don't want to fall off the mountain, right? Because then you go to your death. Well, that's the real scriptures are like that. So the devotee is like the guide. You ever see these guides? They want to go, you want to get up that mountain, you better follow that guide, because they know that mountain. They know the path. Otherwise, you go on their own, you're going to probably fall off. See, this is Krishna consciousness. You follow the guide who's went up to the mountain, has come down to collect you, take you up there. So you need that kind of a guide. That's the bona fide guru again. See, that's Sadhu Sangha. See, you're going to be guided out of here without falling over the cliff. Go ahead, Tom.
All glories to the crown jewel of the heart of Sri Pundarika Vijanidhi. May the Supreme Lord Gaurachandra, who is the Lord and Master of Jagadish and Gopinath, be glorified along with all his dear devotees. Gaurachandra continued to perform his ecstatic pastimes with Nityananda in Navadvip.
I'm listening. I'm just going to lay down for a minute and listen.
All the Vaishnavas accompanied Advaitacharya. All the Vaishnavas accompanied Advaitacharya, who led them in grand ecstatic dancing and chanting of the holy name of Lord Krishna. Lord Nityananda Prabhu resided in Srivas Pandit's house and constantly exhibited the mood of a young boy. When he sat down to eat, he would not feed himself, but acted like a young boy. Thus, Malini, Srivas Pandit's wife, would have to feed him. Now hear of Pundarika Vidyanidhi's arrival in Navadvip. Pundarika Prabhu was a very dear associate of Sri Krishna. By the Lord's arrangement, he appeared in the village of Chattagram in East Bengal, purifying that land. However, the Lord himself appeared in Navadvip. In the absence of Pundarika Vidyanidhi, he sighed heavily, feeling deep separation. One day after ecstatic dancing, the Lord sat down, exclaiming, "O my father Pundarika," and began to cry, "O Pundarika, O my father, when will I be able to see you again?" Such was the extent of the Lord's affection for Pundarika Vidyanidhi. In this way, Lord Gaurachandra revealed his intimate associates by performing his wonderful pastimes. All the devotees surrounding the Lord were unable to properly appreciate the name Gaurachandra continued to repeat, and white tears continually flowed from his eyes. They conjectured that Pundarika naturally implied Krishna, and Vidyanidhi could have many different explanations. However, no one understood that this person was a very confidential associate of the Lord. Finally, when the Lord came out of trance, the devotees asked, "Dear Lord, for whom are you weeping? Kindly reveal who he is, his birth and his activities. Tell us, Lord, so we may have the good fortune of knowing him." The Lord replied, "Since you desire to hear about him, you are certainly fortunate." Oh my God, yes. Since you desire to hear about him, you are certainly fortunate. Oh my God. This, yeah, the desire. When you feel the desire, then you are so fortunate because how can I explain? When there is desire, there is attraction, and that's attraction to the real substance, not the perverted reflections. That's the real thing. That's the essence. And the desire is that attraction is so functional already. It can't go wrong if you have this desire, this attraction. Then you are so safe, so fortunate, and safe also. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Let me see. His activities and character are most wonderful. His activities and character are most wonderful. The whole world can be purified simply by hearing his name. Oh my God, how powerful. The whole world can be purified simply by hearing his name. Pundarika Vijanidhi. His ecstatic appearance is almost like an ordinary man. Therefore, no one can recognize him as a pure devotee of the Lord. His highly learned scholarly Brahmana, this highly learned scholarly Brahmana was born in Chattogram. He has strictly executed the prescribed religious principles and is respected by everyone. He always floats in the nectarine ocean of love of Krishna. Oh. He always floats in the nectarine ocean of love of Krishna, and his body always displays various ecstatic symptoms, such as crying and horripilation. He never goes for ablutions in the Ganga to cleanse himself of sin like everyone else, for he will not enter her waters, since he avoids touching her with his feet. However, he comes to see and pay his respects to her every day in the evening, when the teeming crowds have all gone. He cannot bear to see Mother Ganga disrespected and utilized by people who spit upon her. Who spit upon her. Yeah, I said split. Clean her mouth with our holy waters, and washed their hair and dirty clothes in her. Thus he prefers to come to her in the evenings, where there is no one around. Wow. Another wonderful characteristic of Pundarika Vijanidhi is that he always drinks Ganga water before worshipping the Lord and performing all his daily prescribed religious duties. Thereby, he demonstrates the greatness of Mother Ganga to all the puffed up scholars. Wow. Thereby he demonstrates the greatness of Mother Ganga to all the to all the puffed up scholars. He is presently in Chattogram, but he is soon coming to Navadvip, where he also has a house. None of you will be able to recognize him, as on first sight one would be inclined to think he is an ordinary materialistic person. I am very anxious to see him, so all of you must pray and endeavor to bring him here very quickly. Talking about Pundarika Vijanidhi, threw the Lord into an ecstatic trance, and he began to weep, saying, "O my father Pundarika." Oh. The Lord lamented loudly, for only he could understand the greatness of such a pure Vaishnava. Through the Lord's mercy only can the wonderful and unique position of a pure devotee be revealed. Through the Lord's mercy only can the wonderful and unique position of a pure devotee be revealed. Wow. When the Supreme Personality of Godhead himself wishes to attract a living entity, the living entity must respond. Thus, Pundarika Vijayanidhi suddenly desired to go to Navadvip. Wow, yes, he's
Read
feeling
those 2 sentences back.
okay. Talking about Pundarika Vijayanidhi threw the Lord into an ecstatic trance, and he began to weep, saying, "O my father Pundarika!" The Lord lamented loudly, for only he could understand the greatness of such a pure Vaishnava.
Yeah,
Through the
yeah,
Lord's
yeah,
mercy only,
yeah. Go ahead, go ahead. The
yeah,
rest of it.
through the Lord's mercy only can the wonderful and unique position of a pure devotee be revealed.
Yeah, see, that's one of the points of the story is only by the mercy of the Lord can you recognize a real devotee. See, so the Pundarik Vijayanidhi seemed like just a regular person. And even back then, they were thinking a Vaishnava is somebody that's renounced, like Gadadhar was renounced and and uh, and followed rules and regulations. That's a Vaishnava, just like they do now. They're under the same impression. So they need to understand that the unique position of a devotee can only be revealed by the Lord and the Lord's devotee. And so the Lord, see, Gadadhar, he thought Pundarik was a materialistic Vaishnava because he had material opulence. Yeah. And only he changed his mind when he went into ecstasy, and then the ecstasy revealed the position that he had the special mercy of God to become ecstatic. And this is what the world needs to know. That kind of mercy is here. See, and if you don't know this, then it's just like Lord Chaitanya said, unless people accept me, they will be destroyed. And so he was a living person back then. He was a very ecstatic living person. If you didn't accept the path of ecstatic love like he did, and you didn't accept it through his devotees, then you take another birth. But if you accept it, you can also get this gift very easily. It's that simple. And that's the point of all these stories is get people to accept this prema bhakti path as real, as true, as honest, and as your deliverance. That's how, you, with the Christians, you accept the Holy Spirit and the spirit filled devotees. There are a lot of Christians who don't accept ecstatic devotees. If you don't accept their association, you won't get that Holy Spirit, which was the whole purpose of Jesus coming here, was to bring everything to the spirit-filled worship. And it's so funny, the Vaishnavas have a parallel challenge too, because the whole point of Lord Caitanya was come here that people accept the ecstatic spirit-filled worship in ecstasy. See, it's the same kind of mission, so that people can worship God from their hearts. And it becomes natural, and the light illuminates in them again, like in Shamasan. She's having this illumination. That's what it's all about. Look at all the energy you get, the life, the new life, and all the. This is see you becoming lit up again. That's the purpose of ecstatic worship. I mean, Lord Chaitanya came here to teach that example. Chapter 3 or 4 of Chaitanya Charitamrita says the Lord came here to accept the path of ecstatic love. So you want to follow in his footsteps now, you have to accept this preaching, which is to teach you a practical way to do that. Here is by whoever gives respect to this preaching and comes into this association and begins to get purified and like ecstatic worship, now you know who you're worshiping. You know why the Lord came here. And those who know, Bhagavad Gita said, those who know the purpose of Lord Chaitanya's descent, Krishna's descent in the Bhagavad Gita, they do not take birth here anymore. So the purpose of Lord Chaitanya's descent was to relish this ecstatic devotion and to get others to relish it, to get them to accept that path. See? So, which we've done. See, now if the others want to transcend this cycle of birth and death easily and transcend materialistic Vaishnavism or Vaidhi Bhakti, this is how you do it. See, these pastimes, I got the go ahead. Prabhupada told me, you do more of that. I was teaching Chaitanya Bhagavat these principles. He liked that. Oh boy, this is great. Now, if my devotees will accept this, they will transcend. You'll get what Prabhupada wants for you. People don't know. You think Prabhupada wants you to be a ritualistic performer of ceremonies, a stereotype Brahmin. No, he wants you to become like him, an ecstatic devotee, and we're here to help that. And only an ecstatic devotee can do that work, because it's not enough just to be a guru and teach ceremonies and rituals and fire sacrifices and give you a Brahmin thread and a lot of service to work all the time. That's not enough. This is enough. You will feel it. Oh, I'm really satisfied. This is the satisfaction I've been looking for. Yeah, universally, everyone. We're built for this. This is the ultimate treasure for everyone, universally. If you don't get this treasure, you didn't figure out what it is to be here in this world for. You don't know what the purpose of life is. There is a purpose to life. And it's not like, well, my purpose is to make a lot of money. Oh, my purpose is to get married. Oh, my purpose is all these material desires and goals. No. God's purpose is to liberate you from this illusion here. The devotee who knows that purpose works for the will of the Lord. You notice they all do the same thing. You notice Jesus was working for the purpose and the will of God. Yeah. What was his followers doing? Working for the same thing that Jesus was working for. What was Prabhupada working for? Was it something different than Jesus and his followers? No. Working for the liberation and saving the planet, right? Saving the souls. See, universal. The devotee knows the purpose of the Lord and works for that. There is no greater purpose, no greater goal than that. No greater objective than that. You become part of the source's, desire to liberate the souls of the universe. All of them. Every nook and cranny. That's the only thing that's worthwhile to do or to be or to find, to have, is to be saved from illusion. Universally, for everybody, from the lizard down, the aliens and all these all this stuff people are meditating on and speculating on, all these paths, and the ascended masters, to liberate them all. If they don't know what the devotees know about who God is and what the God's desire is to liberate people from the illusion and to have a good time doing it, then they don't know the real purpose, the essence of truth. If there's an alien out there that knows what I'm talking about, okay, he's got it. Somehow or other, he made it. He knows the purpose of the Lord and he's working for that purpose. But if he doesn't, a lot of them don't. They think it's for something else. There's all kinds of speculations out there, all over the place, all over this. Look at that Gaia thing, all kinds of speculations. They get you meditating on the Anunnakis and all of that stuff. And they don't know, those Anunnakis don't even know who they are. Really, nobody knows.
Your jokes. I live for them.
I'm just my goal is to get everybody laughing, man, because I don't want to be the only one laughing here, laughing at my own jokes. Well, it's not my joke.
Oh my God.
It's our jokes. I can't take full. I only take half credit. I take half credit for spitting out the jokes. And the Lord it's His mind. He's got a crazy idea about the way things are. Even Lord Caitanya said that. He said when Sanatan Goswami wanted to hear the Atmaram verse, which sounds insane, he said, "Well, I'm one madman, and Sarvabhauma, who I spoke it to, is another one. So he took my words as the truth." That's why this is the test, man. If I tell you, man, if you're a guru out there and you're a respected guru and sannyasi like her guru, respected and disciples, maybe thousands, and you don't understand what I'm talking about, you're not a very high level of intelligence. Go ahead.
My ex-guru said that you are laughing because you are American, and the American guys, they are always so like.
I'm what? I'm what?
You are American.
American.
American. And you are so easily, so easily like that. And he was like,
Yeah, you see, mundane explanations they have no idea. See, and these guys are gurus and sannyasis and all that. See how unless you get this truth, you more or less still misled and misleading, because that's not why I'm laughing, because I'm an American. That's now he can start to see you. He's going to see you laughing all the time, and what's he going to say then? Because you're from Poland, you laugh all the time. Oh, because you're associating with an American, you're laughing now.
I couldn't sleep today night again. And then I catch myself that I'm laying in my bed like this. and, and I was not smiling, but this stage makes me smile, from itself.
Yeah. No, I can relate. I remember that time when I was really had that awakening. I was in bed like that with this big smile on my face all night, just sitting there in bliss, like that, like you showed. Go ahead, Tom. You want to read a little bit now there, Shama Sundari?
I'm going in 20 minutes to work.
Okay, so you don't want to read?
I can read, but I can also say something.
Okay, you can say something.
Today I was doing a yoga class, morning. And before it was like this, that I was thinking about God, I was feeling Him, but I always had my mind and my idea that people don't want to hear about this, that people will think that I'm crazy. And this is partial true, because in material world there is this law of attraction, law of resonance. So I had this belief in me that they will think I am crazy. And sometimes I shared with people and I was losing and losing. And today I came to yoga studio. Everybody was happy. Everybody was asking me, "How are you? We are so happy to see you. We are so happy to see you. We are so happy to see you." I was so crazy drunk after our lecture. I was trying, to just be, like, use me, Krishna. And then they asked me how I am. So I told them how I am. And I told them about Krishna and about my experience and what happened to me and how it works and how it looks. And there was like 4 people walking, looking at me and smiling so widely, and they were fully accepting. I could feel that it purified. And then we, of course, and I don't prepare my class. I feel so it's the best feeling when he uses you. You don't have to do anything, you just love them. There is no problem. You know what they need. You can be very playful, and you have confidence. You can heal. It's everything is easy. Yes. and I don't want to say proud. It's not about me. But then I went to home, and all people were strange, were looking at me and doing like this, and very nice things happened, last few hours. And after yoga, I felt a little bit like, down, little bit, like 5%. And then I became very aware, like, okay, what is it? I want you back. I want you back. Use me, use me, use me, use me. Come here, come here, come here back. Yeah. And then I come back home and you were live. But I learned from yesterday, because yesterday I really had to work. And I had to push myself to not listen to you, just creating my program. You know why I have to do this, yes?
Yeah.
And I was creating, I was purifying, and I was crying, and I was so mad, but I was writing, and I was so mad. And after I finished few hours of work, I felt satisfaction, and I felt, okay, Krishna is happy. This is it. And then confidence came, clarity came. And that's why I said today, half an hour I work, and then I come to lecture, and it's a perfect deal because we are co-working now. And it's so delicious. I feel I feel like I can do anything, go to swim pool, go to work, there is no problem. I feel when he is there, no problem.
Wow, that's amazing. What a
I
testimony.
love it. I love it. I love it. Thank you so much.
Yeah. No, it's
So
awesome.
what I should read the 10 minutes?
Okay, whatever you want.
Okay.
Whatever's
Prabhupada's.
handy. Whatever's handy.
Okay. Books. Krishna. Volume 2. Story. 5 queens married by Krishna is okay?
Yeah, good. Yeah.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. All glories, all mercy, all glories, all everything to our beautiful Guru, who's provider. Thank you, Guru Maharaj, for your mercy. It's freaking awesome. It's lovely. It's beautiful. I want more. I want purify. I will go through this fire. Let's
All
do this.
right. Oh boy.
And I also feel, like dark feminine Radha in me. Like somebody will try to, control me like human being, Then I will be really angry. But Krishna, let's control me. So I will read 5 queens married by Krishna. There was a great rumor that the 5 Pandava brothers, along with their mother Kunti, had under the plan of Dashtra died in a fire accident in the house. Oh yeah, this is so difficult. Aha, okay. They died in a fire accident in the house in which they were living. But then the 5 brothers were detected at the marriage ceremony of Draupadi. So again, another rumor spread that the Pandavas and their mother were not dead. It was a rumor, but actually it was so. They returned to their capital city, Hastinapura, and people saw them face to face. When this news was carried to Krishna and Balarama, Krishna wanted to see them personally, and therefore Krishna decided to go to Hastinapura. This time Krishna visited Hastinapura in state as royal prince, accompanied by his commander-in-chief, Yuyadhana, and by many other soldiers. He had not actually been invited to visit the city, yet he went to see the Pandavas out of his affection for his great devotees. He visited the Pandavas without warning, and all of them got up from their respective seats as soon as they saw him. Your mic's causing me my echo.
Oh, okay.
Krishna is called Mukunda because as soon as one comes in constant touch with Krishna or sees him in full Krishna consciousness, one immediately becomes freed from all material anxieties. Not only that, but he immediately becomes blessed with all spiritual bliss. On receiving Krishna, the Pandavas becomes very enlivened, just as if awakened from unconscious or from loss of life. When a man is lying unconscious, his senses and the different parts of his body are not active. But when he regains his consciousness, the senses immediately become active. Similarly, the Pandavas received Krishna as if they had just regained their consciousness. And so they become, yes?
Yeah, yeah. I was going to say this is when you said something about when people see Krishna, they get free of their anxieties and things. But to get that, first the stuff has to come out. That's why there's that purification, so that when you see Krishna, it becomes really natural. When you hear Krishna's name, it becomes really natural to be relieved of whatever, like anxieties or whatever you have. The more this stuff is out, this is what people need to know. Otherwise, this is when as soon as you see Krishna, this stuff, your anger comes out first. See, that's because people are contaminated just naturally being in the material world. This is why, God would love just to come here and liberate everyone. But as soon as he comes, all of a sudden, all hell breaks loose. Literally, the hell of people comes out. They get crazy. They look at Krishna and they project automatically all of their stuff. That's why the acharyas, this is why the acharyas hid the ecstasy. They kept it more quiet and they just preached knowledge and rules and regulations. Because when you bring out the ecstatic worship, you're actually bringing out Krishna as he is. You're bringing out Radha and Krishna. And then when you tell the conclusive truth about devotional service and its glories and all that, this brings out things in people. And could you imagine having 60,000 people, going through, there'd be like a madhouse. And it could be, so that's the first stage. This is for people that are ready, because as soon as you come here and you start to get purified, things are going to come out. Your conditioning, and you see like what the devotees go through a lot. Go ahead.
Guru Maharaj, it's so true. I just want to confirm it because 1 year ago, or 1.5 year ago, I loved you always, but when I was listening to you, I was taking so many things personally, I was so angry on what you said. I thought it felt like you want to take something from me, It felt like you want to take out something from me, and it felt like I was suffering. And now when I listen, I agree with everything. And I see that the stuff which was disturbing me, it was my own.
Yeah, it's coming out. It's just like Krishna's taking your clothes off, the clothing. It's in the way. You're that one of the gopis out there on the, by the bank there. He's taking the thing because you were praying to him, you're doing your thing so you can get, and so he would take the clothes off, undressing.
I can do that.
Yeah. All that's clothing for the, So everybody pretty much is having that kind of experience here. I hear that a lot. It's easier for them to hear now, and because when you hear first, like River was saying so many times, is my life. I have nothing. She would go in a lot. A lot of times you can't hear when you're going through the purification too. It's coming out. You're looking. It's like a bomb going on. Yeah. So that's it. And we're here to help the devotees get comfortable with that. get comfortable with being uncomfortable. You know,
Oh,
realizing that's not a bad thing. You know, this is if we're blazing a trail for the progressive Vaishnavas who are so we can make a bridge, because you're going to have to go through this. You're contaminated by your, to be honest with you, everybody in the Vaidhi land, you're contaminated by your gurus too. Most they can't help it. They are what they are, and that's all you got. But here you're going to have to get that off. You know, all these speculations and all this stuff has to be cleared off, and so that you can get happiness. Like, see, advanced devotees are are Vrindavan. They easily, they just chant Krishna's name and very easily you feel relieved, and Krishna, yeah. So that's where it's going, is that kind of relationship. Vrindavan, just, Krishna's there with you. You just turn your attention to him, and you connect, and it's beautiful. It's springtime and ecstasy, yeah. So this is the process. Yeah. When
you were right.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, you were
No, it's
right
okay.
about that. It purifies the atmosphere. Because
Yeah.
when I'm between people and he's using me, I feel like I can see them, and I don't produce, some chaos, some drama. I don't produce it,
Yeah,
because like I
exactly.
give only what I can give, and
Yeah.
bless. And it's not
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah,
I am blessing. It's nothing to do with
yeah,
me, but he is so mysterious, so powerful that
yeah,
he
yeah.
allows you to bless other people.
Well, it's him through you blessing. See, the
I have
Lord
only
is,
benefits.
yeah, it's the only benefits. You're the goddess of fortune now.
I take it.
Good fortune for you and anybody else.
You
You're
will
here to
see me in
explode.
today's Purify. Ah, no.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, I was gonna wait for that. Maybe what might happen, yeah, yeah. It's it could still be like that, and but whatever it is, it's look how much you just remember, as tough as it was just a few days ago. Look at it, look how much more room is for this, and all the revelations and real. So if you go through some more toughness, it's going to think, oh, it's going to be increase. Lord's just going to increase everything, your realizations, your power, spiritual power and potency, everything. Perfect. What a perfect path, huh? Yeah. Go ahead, read on.
So, similarly, the Pandavas received Krishna as if they had just regained their consciousness, and so they become very much enlivened. Lord Krishna embraced every one of them, and by the touch.
Yeah, you're all going to become devotees like that. When you see Krishna, you're going to feel, oh, my life is back. It's the way it is for me. When I'm in separation and I'm chanting, and then it's like the rendezvous is happening. I can almost feel the Krishna coming closer, you know, and Radha. It's like they're both coming, Radha and Krishna, and then they're here, and the life is back. Oh, you're my life and soul. See, you actually experience these things. You become part of the family of devotees, like. What you read in the book becomes your life. You're the living book now. See? Oh, Shama-san. So, look at this. So, my God. Now, what are we going to do with Shama-san? She's going to be the most. Where do you find devotees with devotion
You
and
know, you know how hard was. You know
yeah,
how hard was today morning. You know my situation,
yeah,
and
yeah.
I had to hold everything. I had
Ooh,
I had to hold everything back
ooh,
because I don't sleep for nights.
yeah,
So I disturbing.
yeah,
I'm disturbing,
yeah, yeah,
And now I wake up and laugh, and then it was very very hard. It
yeah,
was I, I couldn't process it. I couldn't understand this. It
yeah,
was like
yeah.
too much already because you have to hold it
Yeah,
back.
yeah.
You are in your home. Lalita is alone in her home, and it's easy for you.
Yeah, I know. It's hard for you. Yeah, I know.
But in January, I will be 1 month alone.
Oh, good,
So
good, 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 good. Oh boy, it's gonna be a fantastic month.
party.
Party time.
Okay, I read because I have 5
Okay, go
minutes.
ahead.
So Lord Krishna embraced. I just want to say something more. Because before I had these desires like to not smoke and to eat fruits at the breakfast and so many others, okay? Like and now with Krishna everything is like effortless. I eat my fruits, I don't smoke, and everything is very effortless. I can control my senses. Before alone, it was like, oh, again, not, and disappointment, and was craving and craving and craving. And right now, it's very easy. Everything is very easy. Just wanted to, yeah, encourage. Lord Krishna embraced every one of them, and by the touch of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the Pandavas immediately became freed from all reactions of material contamination. And therefore, they were smiling in spiritual bliss. By seeing the face of Lord Krishna, everyone was transcendently satisfied. I cannot cry. Lord Krishna, although the Supreme Personality of Godhead, was playing the part of an ordinary human being.
Yeah, this is what's going on now. Is these pastimes are reenacted here just by mantra, so you notice the devotees when we're chanting, they start smiling because we're seeing Krishna, just like they were actually seeing Krishna. Now, this is how we do it. We reenact the play by mantra, by the it's amazing, And so we start smiling. You don't see devotees smiling so much like this. Maybe there's a little smile sometimes, but look at this. I mean, we're really smiling, man. You see,
Mm.
this is right out of the book.
That's good. That's good. I cry from happiness. It's okay.
You have to explain these things.
Thinking I'm
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
Really.
I know. This people normal. They're normals. They're normals.
Oh, Mughals.
Normals.
Mughal.
What?
Do you know Mughal? Mughal from Harry Potter. Harry Potter was wizard and every
Yeah.
people was Mughal. This is the name.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Like that. It's like that. Yeah. What are you gonna do? You can teach them too. You can teach them these things. I mean, if they're listening, if they're ready to let you teach them about it, these are special because of raised consciousness. And some people understand that, Some people won't. Some people. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
My makeup. And thus, Lord Krishna, although the Supreme Personality of Godhead, was playing the part of an ordinary human being. And I cannot. I cannot. I have to go.
Mm.
I just want to scream. I just want to have time for this. I don't have time.
Mm. Mm.
I'm sweating and I feel like some energy is going out of my head. It's like
Mm.
pushing out my brain and bones.
Mm. Mm.
And I have to hold everything all the time, every day, everywhere. I have to hold back.
Oh. Mm. Mm.
I have to go.
Mm.
But don't go. I will listen from headphones on my way.
Okay.
Okay. Hare Krishna, I love you. Bye.
Okay. See you later. Isn't that amazing? There's almost too much happiness. Uncontainable. The non-magical people. Yeah, right there, Amy. A lot of non-magical people around. How do they live without magic? Oh man, I gotta have a magic life, man. Yeah, isn't that amazing? Boy, Krishna's really blessing devotees here. Yeah. Go ahead, Tom. Carry on. Hey, why don't you read where she was reading?
I don't know where she was reading.
What was it? Something to do with the marriage of?
We married five ladies.
Yeah. Does anybody know?
I know the next sentence of my book by heart.
Okay, continue. Wherever you were.
Punarika Vijayanidhi suddenly desired to go to Navadvip.
Oh, yeah.
Hari Hari. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram. Punarika Vijayanidhi suddenly desired to go to Navadvip. Well, like you said before, when you are such a pure devotee, then Krishna can put the desire into your heart.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Hari Hari. Of course, my heart is also with her, with Shama Sundari.
Yeah. See, even with the so the Lord is in Navadvip, and he's thinking about Punjarik Vijayanidhi, and Punjarik Vijayanidhi is another village somewhere, but they're so tied together because actually the Lord is reciprocating with his devotee even across space and time. It's unbelievable. These pastimes they show you that this is God, man. This Lord Caitanya is the Lord. So Pundarik is thinking about Lord Caitanya with loving ecstasy, and the Lord is automatically thinking at the same time. See, and the Lord is drawing him just naturally. He wants the Lord is yearning to be with Pundarik Vijayanidhi, and it's like a mirror image. And Pundarik Vijayanidhi is also at the same time yearning to be with the Lord. This is called Yoga Maya. See, this is how close the relationship is. That's why the Lord, until you find the door, you don't get this kind of relation. The Lord is bound to you, and you're bound to the Lord forever. You got to be instructed about this. You got to see what you're headed for. I don't know, Tom. Do you want that kind of relationship, man? When you're thinking about the Lord, he's thinking about you. Yeah, he's ready. How about you there, River? Are you ready for that? You're thinking about the Lord, he's thinking about you. Yeah,
I'm thinking about when I will be able to. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you good.
When I'll actually be able to have a reciprocal relationship with Krishna, because it just seems like he's just throwing me about everywhere on a regular basis. There doesn't feel like there's a relationship. There is there, but it doesn't feel reciprocal. I feel like Krishna's just doing what he wants with me. And when I ask him for something, I never get that reciprocation. Or I haven't, or I'm lacking in my patience.
Yeah, you're getting purified. Yeah.
I know, but how does one live one's life if they're continuously going through purification on a regular basis with bodily ailments as well, and getting suffocated by all of those things. And yeah, I come out of it, but then it doesn't get any better. It does a little bit. It seems like I get big purifications, or is it the way I'm thinking? Because I think that if I go through more purifications, then I'll get Krishna more and more. And I assumed, and maybe I'm wrong, that going through purification, they get less and less and less.
Yeah. Well, it's
I don't
an
feel like they
attitude.
get less and less. I feel like they come back with a vengeance. Purification will come back with a vengeance.
Yeah. Well, what the thing is, there is reciprocation and you're getting it, but you have this a certain mentality about it, and that keeps coming back.
So can you tell me what that is so I know what it is?
Well, it's a mentality like something like holding on to a certain mentality instead of like, because a lot of times you say, it's like you exaggerate. You don't see how much more open you are. You just,
I do see that, Maharaj. I do see reciprocation, and I did say to you at the beginning that there is a reciprocal relation there with me and Krishna. It feels like at times it's one way, and I'm trying to have a relationship with Krishna.
Well, see, again, you're trying, and this is
okay. Well, I've used the wrong word, Maharaj. I'm just doing what I do.
Yeah, I know.
Having a relationship, and it's like Radharani, she's always in distress. Is that what one's life will always be? Just distress?
No, that's just, you just gotta you're in your purification, man. What can I say?
Shamans just go through purification.
Yeah, well, you're different. You are who you are, and you're going through your purification.
You are going to be hard on me. That's fine. I've had that all my life. I'll have it again.
Well, yeah, I don't know. It's just, all I can say is count your blessings, man. The Lord has given you so much ecstasy, more than a lot of devotees here. And then, you just kind of like that. I don't know, what to say, It's just go through your purification as long as you go through, man. Look at, some of the saints. Saint Fatia, was sick every day in bed, and she had an attitude, she developed a great attitude, And she had more, she was a saint. She became a saint. You're becoming like a saint, but yet you go, when is there, I don't know, whenever it's done, it's done. What can I say? I'm being hard on you. I don't know. Maybe you're being hard. Yeah. It's that, I don't know, attitude, just might help you, or you're just going to do what you do. I don't know. That's between you and the Lord. All I know is you Rivers, you're ecstatic. You got so much mercy. Maybe count your blessings. I don't know. Maybe that'll help. Count your blessings when you're going through tough times. Maybe just go through it like you do. And, I don't know what to say. Yeah.
I've got a feeling.
Keep going, man. Go ahead, Tom. What?
Yeah, it's like you feel the quality is in the transcendental, but your material eyes, they are still open. They are still functional. And so that's a kind of mixed focus. The material eyes are still functional. See, when someone is still focusing with material eyes, then it's distracting the heart energy.
Yeah, something like that. Everybody's so unique. They're going to go through what they're going through, and my job is to activate people. She's activated, and she's got a relationship. She doesn't like things that are going on in her life and all that. Okay, well, at least you're activated, man. At least you have the thing.
Yeah. So the challenge is um to let go of that material eyes,
Mm-hmm.
the material focus. That's I feel that's what I feel. The challenge
Yeah.
is to let go of the material focus.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. I guess, yeah, it's something to do. Just, I mean, I think I just kind of feel her. Um, I don't know what it is. It's just I don't feel that happy when you going through this like lack of appreciation or something for something. Yeah, so I don't know. People got to go through what they go through. Yeah, yeah. What do you think there, Govinda? Do you want to share something about anything? So Shama Sundari says, I take full responsibility for my mind and ego. It helped me while life may be that. Yeah, maybe taking, yeah, yeah. Okay, so read on there, Tom. Let's move on.
Okay. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Pundarika Vijayanidhi suddenly desired to go to Navadvip. After making suitable arrangements, he came to Navadvip with many disciples. In Navadvip, he remained in disguise, and all the ordinary men considered him a lavish materialist, attached to a life of comfort.
Back away from your microphone a little bit.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah, I can arrange things here. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. They considered, and ordinary men considered him a lavish materialist, attached to a life of comfort and self-enjoyment. With the exception of Mukunda, no one amongst the Vaishnavas knew about Pundarika Vijayanidhi's arrival in Navadvip. Shri
Yeah,
Mukunda,
the only people that knew about Pundarik Vijayanidhi were like Mukunda and obviously his disciples because they were close to him. He'd be speaking to them, he'd be talking to them, he'd be showing them things. See? So the world, because that's how if you want to enter into a more confidential relationship with God, you go through his devotee, and the devotee reveals more confidential truths about the Lord. See, it comes through the devotee. But like Prabhupada, he only revealed, and Bhakti Siddhanta also, they didn't just reveal the most confidential things about Krishna. See, but they revealed some things, and that's what you get. You got to get it through the revelation. That's how way the Dhams are set up. When Krishna is in Dwarka, they don't understand the Krishna in Dwarka is only revealing he is to the devotees there in Dwarka and also Mathura or any Dham, Ayodhya. He's reciprocating with the devotees there. They only know him in the way that the other devotees know him, more or less. They're more awe and reverence, or some affection mixed in there. But they don't know Krishna the way he is. He doesn't reveal that, and it's simultaneously. See, the devotees and the Lord have to reveal it. See, so unless a devotee is in that mood in Dwarka, say like a mood from Vrindavan, they go to Dwarka or Mathura, you don't have any chance to understand how the Lord is in Vrindavan, or because it's not just, see, the Lord is reciprocating in intimacy or lack of it or less of it. See, with the devotees in a certain place. So that's why you see in the story with Brihad Bhagavatamrita, Gopa Kamara came, he was in that mood of Vrindavan, and he would go to the different dhams. And one time he went to Vaikuntha and he acted like he did in Vrindavan, and it wasn't well received. Matter of fact, they chastised him for that. They thought that's not appropriate to jump on the altar and embrace Krishna like that and kiss him. No. You can't do that. Okay? Matter of fact, he couldn't get a place to stay indoor except Uddhava's place. See, Uddhava was of the same temperament. Oh, back now, yeah. Uddhava was the same temperament as because he was open to the way the devotees worshipped in Vrindavan. See, so Gopa Kumara was a cowherd boy. He stayed at Uddhava's place. So that's basically it here too. Same thing. If you're like open to this mood of this more informal, intimate worship, then you can come along. Otherwise you might be repulsed by a lot of devotees. Ooh, that's why are you crying? Ooh, yeah. Why are you up to what? They don't know it, but it feels weird to them that we're so close to Krishna, to the point where we're reflecting Krishna's qualities, his more intimate qualities. It's very powerful. Yeah, Govinda knows what we're talking about, right? Go ahead, say something there, Govinda. Got any microphone? Oh, is it? Yeah. No mic? Try hitting the button. No?
So every relationship with Krishna is unique, and everyone is tasting unique rasas, unique feelings.
Yeah, and if you want to if you're attracted, see, like all we're doing is we're letting it hang out. Yeah, showing how it is in Vrindavan worship. That's where, see, Nityananda and Advaita got the order. Lord Caitanya said, okay, manifest Vraj Bhakti. Manifest the behavior, the qualities, the ecstasy, the knowledge of the devotees of Vrindavan in the world, even to the lowest persons. Don't look for a qualified or unqualified. Just manifest it. Save them all. Okay? So that's what he did then, and that's why there was so much ecstasy back then, so much intimate worship. There are people laughing and crying and everything in Vraj Bhakti. And that's why it's happening here, again, because I got the order from Prabhupada to encourage me, keep going on. It has my approval. Yeah, show them Vraj Bhakti. Show them what you were doing in the closet. Has my approval. You have my books. You have, he'll send people to us, and they'll be open to this. They'll accept the path of ecstatic love, because you have to accept this association. Well, otherwise, how are you going to get this? Look, the devotees for years have been worshiping on that mighty level. They don't have this, but we do. Look at Amy. Look at Fanny. They're getting this. They just came. Why? Simply because they come into this association. That's how it works. It's that powerful. You changes people. And if you're not willing to be changed or ready to be changed, whatever it is, maybe you just want to go to Vaikuntha. Okay, fine. So spend a few lifetimes trying to perfect your Vaidhi Bhakti and rituals and all that. Maybe by and by, maybe you'll get it. I don't know. Here, even if you wanted to go to Vaikuntha, you could come here and go to Vaikuntha easily. You can become liberated here easily. Oh boy, if you want to get off at the station of Vaikuntha or liberation, no problem. Go ahead, Tom. What?
Yeah, I feel people are also in this sangha. They are one is more fast than the other, and it's some of them. They are like driving with the foot on the brake, like holding back. And once this attraction, if you are so fortunate that the attraction becomes so big, you cannot do that anymore. You cannot drive anymore. You cannot hold back anymore, and you naturally come to your genuine self, like an explosion from the source, like a breakthrough. And
Lord Caitanya was like that. He got to the point more and more. He just stayed in ecstatic worship, and that was his main reason for coming, was to relish and then to share also, and to awaken people, save them.
then you can only be spontaneous, not only holding back anymore. So that's when the spontaneity breaks through. You cannot suppress it anymore, because it's too strong. You are too much attracted. You're too pure now. You became enough purified. You cannot hold back anymore.
Yep, that's how it is.
Hari.
Oh, we got two.
You have to be honest.
Oh, let's get him up here. Let's take this guy down here. Oops.
This one is frozen.
That one's frozen. Okay. All right. We'll bring, let's see. That one's frozen. Okay.
That one is alive.
It's alive.
Yeah, lots to say. But when you were sharing about Gopal Kumara couldn't get any room, only at Udavas, I can relate to that in my life. Actually, the seemingly worst things that have happened in my life are the best. Like losing a place to live has been the best thing recently, because I've met so many devotees and they keep on hanging. A devotee phoned me yesterday, I'm going to Brighton, and I get a message this morning, there's a kirtan in Brighton, and there's a connection going on between 3 of us, and this devotee said to me, oh, do you want to go and stay with these, like the sort of women renunciates, the Narayan Maharaj Sangha, they sometimes want a fella to do DIY. I'm like, I'm a beggar, man. If somebody will have me, invite me, I don't mind if they're Narayan Maharaj or alcoholics or drug addicts. I'll go anywhere, because it doesn't matter to me. I'm here just to share this mercy you've given. And like the worst, losing that place, nice place to live, the wood burner in Surrey, it's been a great boon. I can see Krishna working in that person who didn't want me there. It's amazing. Go Harry. We never go without. We get everything.
That's like what was it? Vidura. Vidura got kicked out of the palace by Duryodhana, and he saw, oh, this is the mercy of Krishna. So he went on pilgrimage, and he loved it, man. He got out of bad association of that, Duryodhana and all those demons over there, And he said, boy, he went on pilgrimage, was happy, and he missed the whole war. The whole war was finished, and he didn't have to go into war. He was on pilgrimage the whole time. So that's, the Lord has his, And that goes for everything. Everybody, when you have that kind of attitude, even when you're going through bad things, you realize, oh, this is the will of the Lord, causing that. And you'd be a lot happier when you're through it. But, it's an attitude. Like, you're going through, why is it like this? You just dwell on it's kind of negative, So I think that's the lesson, too, is try to go through it in a cheerful mood, whatever you're going through. If you can. If not, the Lord will drag you in, either way. Yeah. I think I got to stop for a while. This is my second round already. Thank you, everybody. We'll be back. I'll save up some, get some more energy and then come back again later. Hare Krishna, everybody.